Welcome back to another episode of Podcast Demastered, a place where we celebrate our love for all things nerdy. I'm Chelsea.
And I'm Wade.
On today's episode, we will be demastering Strangers on a Train. We are back for another annual Hitchcock movie around his birthday. This is his 1951 film, and this was probably one of the two Hitchcock movies we've discussed on the podcast where this was my first time watching it. So we were both watching this for the first time.
Yeah, every Hitchcock movie is a first for me.
Yes.
But no, this was a really good one. There's been a lot of other movies that we've watched of his in the past where, like, a lot of the movie is very, like, not slow necessarily, just, like, not as action, very quiet. And this movie was kind of, like, constant. There was kind of, like, always something going on, moving the plot forward and stuff. And, like, with Hitchcock, you get a lot of moments where, like, you're off to the races. Like, once the plot is, like, activated, like, gone. It's gonna run you into a wall at some point. Especially, like, the endings. The endings get that way a lot, I feel. Like, you know, like, once you've hit, like, the climax. Because it goes,
that's fair, I can see
like,
that, yeah.
straight into the credits. It's like, gone. Boom.
Yeah.
And this one was very same.
Yeah. And then this one, too, also was just a really well done movie. The cinematography, I think, is very noticeable in this one. It was also, in fact, nominated for the Oscar for cinematography. And there's some cool scenes I think we'll probably discuss throughout this episode that definitely pop into my head that are just, like, really fun to see or really crazy. And then also, in general, some of the effects used. Also, just because Alfred Hitchcock has just always kind of been a man of innovation. There's so many different things he's done, the film techniques or whatnot, and then also just, you know, early special effects, which, you know, still even then are really impressive. Like, there's some really cool things that happen, and it was fun kind of reading about how it was done, which I know that's another, like, we'll get to that when we get to the end of the story to talk about. But this movie is also a warning to people, like, do not talk to strangers.
Don't talk to strangers.
Don't talk to strangers.
You never know what's going to happen.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that is how the story starts. Strangers on a train, indeed. We have our main characters, Guy, who is a popular tennis player. He's on his way back home, and he's in this train car with this guy he meets named Bruno, who is very chatty, who's very much
my god, he would not shut up. Oh my god.
Yeah. And you kind of get to the point where you're like, Guy, just leave. Like, he is an over enthusiastic stalker in a sense, and you're not getting any of those red flags, because he's been like, oh, I know who you are. You're Guy, like Guy Haynes. You're the cool tennis player. I know all about your life. I love reading about you in the newspaper and other stories about you. I know about your, you know, affair that you have going on. And Guy's like,
he's like, hey,
that's not, yeah, excuse me, that should not be in the papers. That's personal. And Bruno's like, oh, don't worry. Don't worry,
it's fine.
Yeah. But, oh, by the way, on the subject of murder, you know, you seem like somebody who would be interested in killing some people, with especially your scandalous affair. And Guy's like, ha, ha, ha.
Yeah, he like picks up on Bruno's, like, interest in murder, but I feel like he's far too polite in, like, allowing the conversation to go on, even though he's like, I'm not involved in this. You know, like, and also I'm getting off the train in, like, 3 minutes. It's, like, whatever. I'll just let the time run out.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so, like, Bruno is just, like, he's like, yeah, murder. And I love, he's like, oh, have I told you my idea on this? He's got a lot of ideas. Oh, my God.
Yes, he does.
He's like, yeah,
a lot.
He's like, oh, purely hypothetical. Like, let me tell you about my idea to, like, get away with murder. And Guy's like, okay. And he's basically like, yeah, so, like, if there was somebody that you wanted dead and there's somebody that I wanted dead, we could just, like, kill each other's person and we would not be connected to those murders at all. So we would get away with it. And Guy's like, wow, that's something. And Bruno's like, okay, so how, like, I bet you want your cheating wife dead. I'll go kill her and you go kill my dad. And Guy's like, what? Excuse me?
Yeah.
So then it's like, Guy's like, I'm gonna go. Bye.
Yeah.
He gets off the train and Bruno continues on his way, but it's just like, what the hell?
A wild, casual,
yeah, it's far too casual.
Yeah. But then Guy goes to meet with his current wife, Miriam, which this whole conversation I found absolutely hilarious. I was like, you girl, Miriam, you are something.
Like,
When
oh my god. She'd like slap her, Jesus Christ.
oh my gosh, but I was like, wow, I can't really fault you because you're ridiculous. Some of these women in Hitchcock movies are so funny. Like, they are no nonsense. They do what they want, and I love it because they're having a conversation and guys like, okay, are we going through this divorce? Like, I'm ready. Like, you're having another dude's baby and like you go off and do your things. You're the one who hurt me first. Like, I want to be with Anne. And she's like, okay, well, give me the money because, you know,
Well, like,
lawyers
get a
are
divorce
expensive.
then. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
And I love how she's just like, he's like, here's the money. And she just like starts counting it. And he's like, what are you doing? She's just like, dude, I ain't getting no divorce. I'm gonna take this money and I'm gonna go buy me some pretty little things. Like, snatch that money back. What you talking?
Well, I love that. And she's like, and you're the one who gets the scandal. You know, what are the papers going to say about you leaving your pregnant wife for the senator's daughter, whatnot? And he's like, no, do not turn this around on me. That happens to him a lot. People twisting stories. Like, that's just the beginning of that.
Like, he's just a tennis player. He's just trying to live. People are messing with him.
Yeah, he's preparing for another big, like, tennis tournament. So, you know, he was just, like, stopping on by quickly to see Miriam to, like, try to get through this divorce. But after that happened, he's like, okay, well, fine, I guess, bye. So Miriam's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go party. So she takes 2 men with her, and they go to a carnival, which I was like, that's crazy. Okay. I was like, are these both your boyfriends, or are they just your friends and their boyfriends? That was my question.
And they were roommates.
Yes. It kind of played with that at first. I was like, this is funny. I'm like, they're just hanging out. Like,
an
they're
evil
not that
diva's
interested.
gotta have her 2 gay besties. It's fine.
Oh, gosh.
And also the whole time, I love, like, they get there and, like, everybody's having a good time. And she is constantly like, I want food. I want a hot dog. I want popcorn. I want ice cream. And they... And they're like calling her out. They're like, girl, stop.
Yeah. Well, she's like, I'm pregnant. Do what I want. Yeah. But I love that too, because then you don't see that many interactions with those guys that she's hanging out with, because then the focus shifts, because guess who's also at the carnival? Watching her every move.
Oh my god.
Bruno.
Oh.
Well, and she doesn't even get icked out by it. Eventually she comes to be like, oh, you want to get with me too? I'll take 3
there
men
he
off.
like comes in, finds her, and then like he is like a foot and a half away from her for like they go from like ride to food to ride to food, and he is right there. And she even is like always like looking back at him, so she knows that he's there, and he's just like creepily watching her. And she's just like, there's like 0 red flags.
Yeah,
she's so fine. Like,
yeah, no, she really is kind of like, oh, another man is interested in me. Okay, add him to the list. Like,
yeah, she is.
Yeah, but also, I think it's even crazier too, because Bruno also stands out because of how he dresses too.
Mm-hmm.
He has this very particular suit. He has like flashy shoes. He has his name like as a clip on his tie, and it's quite a look, and it's an unforgettable look.
Yeah.
But you just keep watching it happen. And then the fact he interacts with her, like actually has a conversation with her when they're trying to do the like how hard you can hit the thing, and the 2 guys she's with are like, you know, I want to be the one to win something for her. And then Bruno comes up and goes, hello, let me do this, and like basically breaks it. And then she's like, tee-hee, bye. And then follows her.
And he just picks up his popcorn and just keeps on walking. It's fine. Yeah, and then so they go to the like the boat ride.
Yeah, the tunnel of love or whatever.
I like how those boats are like not on a rail. They're just like, you can just do what you want with them. And then they go to like an island. Mm-hmm. Like, never in today's day would you find a ride that just lets you like take off on the boat. It's fine. But yeah, so like they go there, her and the boys go there, and then he follows.
Yeah. Well, we get the first the suspenseful moment where you think she gets murdered in that tunnel.
In the tunnel.
Yeah.
She starts screaming.
Yes,
I was like,
it's so good.
Doesn't he go in like a different entrance?
No, I thought he like followed quickly behind her, maybe, but maybe
okay.
it was like.
I thought he went under a thing that's like was like doing like not an entrance,
maybe
or
he missed that.
Employees only or something. But yeah, so like I was like, oh, like he's gonna like get in there like around them or something. But yeah, you hear her like scream, And then like the boat comes out, and then it's just like her and one of the guys like giggle fighting like on the boat
Yes.
or whatever. And I'm like, oh my god, okay.
Yeah. No, you get a more disturbing murder scene once you get to the island.
Okay, but like, can we talk about that scene though?
Yes.
Okay, because like they get there and it's just like this little island in the middle of like the pond, like lake thing. And so all dark because, people be making out and stuff.
Yes.
And like Bruno comes up to her and like her glasses have fallen off.
Yeah.
But they're there and there's not a lot of words. They're just kind of like looking at each other and she's kind of like thinking it's like a flirtatious thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just kind of silent. And then like the camera pans down to like look at her glasses. I love this part.
Yes.
To look at her glasses on the ground, but you see the reflection like up into their like upper bodies, like through the glasses. And he like wraps his hands around her neck and he strangles her, but like there's not a sound. Like she doesn't move at all. Like, I don't know, like what did you think was happening, girlfriend?
Yeah.
Like, you crazy.
Exactly. And talking about with like mentioning in the scene too, as well as like the music or no music, we have a lot of those moments throughout this film where it like really intensifies the situations going on. And this one, it's such an incredible shot, but it's also kind of long as you watch him strangle her to death.
And then just kind of like lay her down and walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the end of that.
Yep. And then, yeah, he leaves.
And just, yeah, gone.
And then he goes to find Guy and goes, hey.
Oh my god.
You remember? I was like, okay, this has really intensified the situation.
Yeah, and Guy's just like, he's just like, oh, like, I did that thing. Like, that thing we talked about, I did it. And Guy's just like, what? Like, what are you talking about? And it starts to, like, clock, and he's, like, terrified. And, like, the phone starts ringing. And Bruno's just like, you better go. Somebody's got some good news for you. I was like, ew! Ah! No!
Yeah. And, well, Guy is, like, he's upset, but he's not that upset, because clearly, he wanted to be with Anne, but he's also just like,
he wanted to be do that because over this situation. Yeah, he's like, I was not involved. I did not ask you to do that, but now it's gonna look like I did it. Like, are you crazy? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I guess perks of, secretly... Okay, I love that he's been not secretly dating Anne, who is the senator's daughter, but, like, he knows about it. Like, the whole family knows about him. And so they're like, yeah, come on over. So we heard about this news. Like, that's terrible, but, like, what can we do to help you? And
we
like,
would love to get involved in your murder situation. Please, please, what can we do?
Yeah. And that's what's so crazy. But I love the younger sister the most. She's the one that has like the most character. She's also played by Alfred Hitchcock's daughter, who we actually did see her in a much smaller role in one of the movies we previously talked about. She's in Psycho. She works at the like same place that our like first main character works at.
Oh, at the like accounting office?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what yeah.
Oh, she's the other secretary lady.
Yes.
Oh, that's fun. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then this one, she has way more of a role.
Oh my gosh. Like, she's like, oh my god, your wife got murdered. Like, tell me all about it. She's the one who, she's the one who like listens to like the murder podcasts.
Yes.
I mean, she's
exactly.
on like, she's reading like fan fiction, like the darkest fan fiction over like everything that she loves. Like, that's her.
Yeah. Well, and she's like, here's all the different ways it could go when the police want to talk to you. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. You need to approach it this way, or, And then after he does come back with speaking, she's like, okay, so they went that direction with you. I see. Well, that makes that difficult, or you'll be fine.
I love how the dad is totally like, like, yeah. I'm gonna let my blank-year-old daughter like take care of this situation. It's totally fine.
Yeah. Well, and it's
like,
so
or
funny.
She's like, that's pretty sound advice, actually. You keep going.
Yeah. I know. He like the dad doesn't like do anything. He's just kind of like there, like cool.
He's like, I'm a senator. It's fine. It's cool. I'll let my daughters run rampant in this town and get involved in murder plots. It's fine.
He's like, I'm used to scandal and stuff. It's fine. We're like, okay.
Like, bro, it's like 1947. Calm down.
Oh my gosh. But it's also funny because you have like, yes, the younger sister, Barbara, who is very enthusiastic, but then like the girlfriend and the older sister, you don't see like too much of her personality. She's
very
like,
refined. Yeah. Like very just chill until later, but
yes.
Yeah, she's all
Yeah.
like, because she's involved too. She's like, I know, like, you all don't have, like, you and your wife obviously don't have a good relationship, which is
Hmm.
why, like, it's totally fine that, like, we're dating, because I know you want to get a divorce and we support that. But, like, now she's dead. Like, what's that going to look like, on you? And how can we stop that from happening? Like, I don't know. She sees ahead a lot. She's very perceptive.
Hmm.
And we see that come back to bite her a few times.
Yes.
Because the plot for, like, once this happens, the plot, it's not terribly complicated. We see the police station, of course, is like, we need to, like, talk to Guy. And they're like, okay, we don't think you did it necessarily, but we're gonna, like, assign some detectives to kind of, like, watch you for a while.
Yes.
So, like, don't mind them. I mean, they're there to protect you, but they're also there to, like, make sure you're not being sketch. And
Hmm.
Guy's like, oh, that's not great, because
Cool.
then Bruno keep appearing. Bruno's appearing everywhere.
And
That
really
guy,
inserting himself
holy
in
crap,
lives.
and really
Yeah.
inserting himself everywhere. And Guy is like, you have got to leave me alone. Like, I'm being watched, and you keep, like, sitting here asking me on the steps in front of the Senate building to, like, go murder your dad, because it's fair that, like, I killed your
Yeah.
person, you didn't kill my, like, get out of here. What are you doing? Like, just drop it. I don't want to be involved. You're gonna get me thrown in prison.
Yeah. And then, yeah, it finally gets Guy to, like, a breaking point where he's like, okay, fine, I will go kill your dad, wink, wink.
Oh my gosh, this part. Oh.
Yes. And then you have him sneak into Bruno's family's house. And so there's the first obstacle, the, like, imposing dog on the staircase. And I'm like, dude, you are gonna get torn to shreds. Like, there is no way you're gonna pass this dog. But somehow he's able to just be like, pat, pat, good dog, and just walk on past. And then, because the whole thing too, where it's set up, because Bruno was like, oh, here's a gun I got for you to go kill my dad. Like, you just, don't worry that it's a loud thing or anything related to this gun. And
I
also
quietly killed your wife. You can just shoot my dad out. It's fine.
yeah, you could just shoot my dad. Also, here's a map of the layout, which, that really plays into the effect of, like, is he gonna go to the wrong room and kill somebody? Because you could also play the fact, like, he does go shoot somebody and he, like, kills the mother. Because Bruno, he and his mom have quite a relationship,
Oh my god. Like, you see Bruno at home.
His mom is a boy mom.
His mom is a boy mom. She's like that, like, my serial killer son could never, like, he's had his troubles, but he could never do wrong. He is the Lord's boy. And it's like, your son seems to be 45 years old, and he's a freaking creep. And also, like, what are you painting, lady? What are you doing?
Yes.
Like, you're both crazy. Also, like, they're stupid rich, too. Like, what the hell? Was not expecting. I thought Bruno was going to be more like an everyman kind of guy, like an average Joe. Nope, just freaking rich.
Yeah, because Bruno looks like somebody who just tries to dress to impress, but no, he has the money to dress that way.
And his dad, I guess, is like, did they ever say what his dad was? He seemed like some big guy, of course, like, important because he's always traveling and busy and doing stuff. And his mom, of course, is very well taken care of, and so is Bruno, to that matter. But it's like, you got daddy issues because daddy wants to tell you, like, what to do. It's like, fine, I'll just kill him. It's okay.
But yeah, no, that whole thing, and you're just like, so you're setting up, like, which room is he going to go to? Who is he actually going to kill? Is he going to kill anybody? And then he goes in the room and is just kind of like, excuse me, sir. I know I'm in your house in the middle of the night, but we need to talk about your son.
Pardon me, sir.
Yeah.
Do not be startled from your slumber.
Yes, as I still have a gun with me, but I'm not going to kill you.
He's like holding the gun. He's like, it's like, we need to have a conversation about your boy Bruno. He doesn't seem, he seems to be sick. And of course you have, like, there's, like, the lamp in front of the bed and, like, the full shadow cast, like, of who's in the bed, and you're just like, oh, this is a thing. And then, of course, like, the blankets are pulled back and it's Bruno. I was like, Guy, you dead, man. Jump out that window. Yeah. Go out on your own terms.
Well, I love how Guy's still like, oh, yeah, it's fine, he's Bruno.
Way
JK, cool. Yeah.
Way too chalant.
And he's like, here's your gun back. And I'm like, Don't hand him the gun. Like, what? After you told him, like, you were gonna turn him into his dad, and you just, here's your gun back. So what does Bruno do? He takes the gun and follows Guy throughout and then, like, the house.
Creepily follows him, like, 1.5 feet behind him. And Guy's just kind of
with the gun pointing at him,
With the gun pointing at him. And Guy's just, like, super casually walking slow, but casually walking, and just kind of, like, looks back at Bruno, and then just keeps walking. And he's just like, Guy, don't worry. I'm not gonna shoot you. I'll be more creative. Run! Yes. What are you doing?
Yeah. No,
Get
and then
out.
it puts up the eerie factor even more as being like, no, I'm gonna find a more clever way of like, handling you. And you're like, oh
okay,
gosh.
Guy is just too chalant. He is too like nice and forgiving in this whole situation. And they've explained like I can't go to the police about this because he will make it seem like, if it wasn't my fault, I was at least involved. I was an accessory to the murder.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend's just like, because Guy isn't Guy like, yes. I will go to the police. And Anna's like, don't. Are you crazy? So he can't, he's really trapped in the situation. So he's like, I got to do something myself about this. But just like, oh my God.
Yeah. But then, it's just continuously like this back and forth where like now Guy's like, I don't know what Bruno's going to do. And then he realizes, oh, wait, I think I know what he's going to do. Because early on the train, his lighter, like Guy had a lighter that specifically like it's very noticeable that it's like his lighter because it like was from Anne and it's engraved with like just the initials and it has like I think it has tennis rackets
on it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Bruno's had it the entire time, and so Bruno does decide, actually, since Guy didn't want to help me with my murder, I'm just gonna, pin this murder on him. So I'm gonna go back to the island, and I'm gonna plant the lighter there, so the police are like, oh, guys, you missed this evidence that clearly says that Guy was here when he murdered his wife. And so Guy finally realizes that's probably what Bruno's going to do, but it has to happen the same day as the tennis tournament. And so Guy is like, I need to destroy my opponent on the tennis court. And he's like, I'm going to make it so easy. We're going to get it done. I'm going to win the like first 3 games. And I think it's the sports announcers or whatever kind of like, normally like Guy is kind of reserved and he takes his time on the tennis court, but he's really going at it now. And well, he has an opponent that put up a fight. What's actually a fun fact about this, I was reading that the person he plays against is his tennis coach that helped him play tennis for the movie, the actor.
Oh, that's fun. I mean, saves you some money, I suppose.
Yeah, and it's cool because, like, some of the, I think, wide shots are actually from, like, an actual, like, professional match or something that was filmed, like, in another time. But yeah, which there's some really fun scenes in that because you do see at the beginning that Bruno does... Yeah, isn't Bruno at the match?
Yeah.
Because there's one scene where you can see the crowd and, like, Bruno sitting there just watching Guy intently and everybody else is just having their heads go back and forth and you just see
love
the one
that.
person. Yes, it's so good. Oh my gosh. But yeah, then it comes down to, so Guy's, like, trying to quickly win all these tennis matches and his opponent is really putting up a fight and the game goes even longer than expected. So you see these, like, going back and forth where, like, Bruno's already at, like, the carnival and trying to time it just right of when to plant the lighter. And then Guy, like, eventually makes it there.
Because what Guy was thinking, well, Bruno is going to show up at night because that's when the murder happened. He's going to, because he's got to be all, like, philosophic about it. He's going to show up at night to plant the thing. But if we get there ahead of time, we can, like, catch him in the act of doing it, take the lighter back and, like, kind of solve the problem. But, like, we have to get there first. So, like, Barbara and Anne, they're like, okay, well, we'll help you kind of distract the detectives so you can get where you need to go. But yeah, Bruno's like, I'm just going to go. So he gets there and is like, I'll just sit around here and, like, wait. I'll wait for Guy to get here. Yes. And then, like, we'll take care of it. And then he gets, like, bored from waiting. He's, like, outside the stadium or something? Or was it at the carnival? I was really confused about, like, the spacing in this scene, because he's there, and then he, like, drops the lighter,
oh, that was
like,
on his way, yes.
Down the storm drain. And he's, like, freaking out, because if he loses the lighter, he loses all evidence. He loses all his, like, whole thing to, like, get back at
leverage,
Guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he's freaking out and he's like, somebody has to like come and like pull up the storm drain because I have got to get this thing. And all these people are like, like, this is too bad you lost it, but you lost it. Like, nobody's getting down there anytime soon. But I can't believe he actually got it out.
Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, no, I think he was at the match first and then is like, Guy, do you see me? You know what I'm doing? This was your last chance. Well, now I'm going to go plant it. And then while he's walking down the street, then he drops it in the...
Oh.
the vent, the grate. And then that's when then he makes it to the carnival after that. So you're just like, you're watching that it's taking him forever. The way it's shot of just his hand slowly reaching it. Because, he almost picks it up the first time and then it falls to a lower ledge. And this is his final time to try to get it. And then that's when he does get it. And then he does have obstacles at the carnival as well, because the line is crazy long for the boats. And then he's also timing, because then he's asking people, when does it get dark around here? And the people at the carnival are like, dude, like,
what's it matter?
When there's no light, like,
when there's no light.
Yeah. Like, it'll come. It's a day, and he's like, no, I need a specific time, guys. And they're like, go have fun elsewhere. We're running a carnival here. And then, like, he's dealing with that. And I think, like, right when Guy gets there, I think is when they kind of are like, this was our last boat for the thing, so everybody else doesn't have a chance to go on it. And then we get, like, the craziest sequence ever.
Oh my god. The ending was, this was so good, though. This was so good. Like, Guy shows up and finds Bruno and starts, like, shouting at him.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, like, leads to, like, a showdown on the carousel.
Which is the police's fault, because they're just like, oh, we see our criminal in a crowd. Let's pull out our guns and try to shoot them.
Okay, yeah, so, like, they get on the carousel and they're, like, just, like, fist fighting each other.
Yeah.
And, like, the detectives who have, like, chased Guy there, because there's, Guy's running. He definitely did it. Like,
yeah.
Like, he definitely did it. We're going to. Yeah. So they get there, and there's, like, the regular detective, and there's, like, a wild detective who's, like, ready to, like, it's like, we got to take him in right now.
Yeah.
And then there's this other guy, like, there's this, like, carnival worker who's been, like, eyeballing Bruno while he's around. He, like, remembers, he's like, oh, this guy was...
he, like, walked past him before.
Yeah, he's like, this guy was, like, being creepy on that girl who got murdered. So he's, like, kind of eyeballing him. So the detectives show up. And then, like, the guy goes up to the detectives, and the guy's like, we gotta get the guy who killed the girl. And the guy's like, yeah, it totally is that guy, although they're, like, referring to different people.
Yes.
So, yeah, the detectives are like, we have to stop this fight. And then the crazy detective pulls out his gun and shoots into the like, are you kidding me, first off? Shoots into the carousel, and he doesn't, like, hit a bystander, I suppose, but he kills the guy, like, operating the carousel.
Yeah.
And of course, like, he falls down and, like, pulls the lever, which causes the carousel to, like, speed out of control, which I was like, oh my god, I'm sad. This is wild.
Yeah.
Because the detective's not like, oops about it or anything. He's like, wow, how do we stop this? And that one old guy is like, I'll do it.
Okay, yeah, so there's so much that happens in this part.
Gosh.
Like, it is crazy because, Guy and Bruno are fighting, and, like, it's just going so fast. Like, there are other people on the carousel, so you see people who are, like, at first having fun, being like, whoa, and they're, like, hanging on for dear life. They, like,
realize, they're like, wait a minute, because it keeps going faster, so they're, like, screaming and holding on.
And then, like, Bruno tries to, like, throw a child off of this, and this mother in the crowd is like, that's my kid! And so Guy, like, was basically holding out for dear, like, saves that
I was
kid.
like, what? Because, like, they're fighting, like, right next to this boy. He's, like, holding onto his little pony.
Yes.
And then the boy turns and starts, like, hitting Bruno.
Yes.
And then Bruno just kind of, like, turns and, like, pushes the kid off of the pony. And then, like,
I was like,
Guy, like, dives and, like, grabs the kid and is, like, holding on to him. And he, like, saves the kid's life. And, and the mom's, like, in the crowd, like, screaming. I was like, oh, I'm getting a lot of, like, empathy right now. Oh, God.
Yeah. So you just have all this intense fighting. And then, like, at one point, like, Guy is barely hanging on, like, and he's holding on to, like, the edge. And Bruno is, like, smashing his fingers, trying to get him to let go. And then, they're like, how are we going to stop it? So, you have the old carnival worker who's like, yes, I'll stop it. And so you cut between him crawling underneath this fast-moving carousel to get to the middle part to turn off the panel.
I like when he stops to, like, wipe his mouth. He, like, he's, like, going so slow, and he, like, stops to, like, pat his mouth, and then, like, keep going. I'm like, Guy, you are taking 12 million years. Get through this
the
thing.
way this is shot too, you're like, this could go one of two ways. This either turns into the goriest, most disturbing, like, horror movie ever, or it just turns into, like, yes, he saves the day. But he successfully does make it to the switch thing and turns it off. But when it turns off, like, everything
he doesn't, like, he doesn't, like, steadily, like, slow it down. He just, like, throws that switch to stop, and and everything breaks down. Like, the momentum is wild, and it's, like, lopsided, and people go flying, and,
I'm like everybody
the
died,
ceiling
guys. There's
like,
no way.
Like, the thing collapses, and the whole crowd is watching this happen. And it's not like in an instant either. It's like this happens, then this happens. So like people are like watching in real time.
Yeah.
Like while all these people are like, stuff is being dropped down on them and people are going flying off the horses. And it's just like, it's just, I need a moment after that. Holy
Yeah.
crap.
I was like, oh, we stopped. Oh, no, we did more than stop it. We
Oh my
destroyed it,
God.
and we probably killed every single person on there. This is awful. So then, like, after it stopped and crashed the ground, like, the police immediately, like, try to jump in there to find Guy and Bruno. And that's when they're like, okay, well, Guy seems okay. Bruno,
Because
not
Guy
so
kind
much.
of got like thrown off right there at the end.
Yeah.
So and Bruno was like kind of safe, like tucked up in it, except now he's got everything raining down on him.
Mm-hmm.
Like those police were so useless because they get over, they find Bruno, and he's like got all this debris collapsed on him.
Yeah.
And Bruno's like, "Oh, you just couldn't bear it anymore, huh?" And Guy's like, "Bruno, come on, like it's the end. You need to like be real." And Bruno is like,
Yeah.
"I don't know what you're talking about." And Guy's like, you piece of shit. Like, because really, like, if Bruno had just died, you know, then it would have left things up in the air, which meant Guy would have gone to jail probably for this. But he's just like, you told him that, you know, like whatever about the lighter and stuff. Like, you have the lighter, right? Can you just give it to me? Like, he would just be like, you know what? You're right. I'll just give you the lighter. But he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's on the island where you dropped it that night.
Mm-hmm.
And Guy's like, Mr. Police Commissioner, man, Bruno has it on him. Can we just like search him real quick? And the guy's like, no, you can't do that. Also,
No.
he said he doesn't have it. Just let it go and go to jail and be a good boy. And then like 10 seconds later, Bruno dies. And his hand opens and the lighter's in his hand.
Yes.
Also, like, Bruno, way to be a petty bitch, because, like, you knew that stupid lighter was in your hand and you were gonna die. Like, way to lie to the end, friend. Like, you got it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So then, essentially, yes, Guy is fine after that. It comes the end to his stalker slash wife killer and a very weird thing where the police are just kind of like, this whole thing was weird, but I guess it's wrapped up. We're very
Come see us in the
unhelpful
morning.
people.
We'll just move past it. It'll be fine. Totally fine.
Yeah.
Like, how do you explain that? Oh my god.
Yeah. This was wild. Also, so I wanted to share, I read up on how they did that carousel scene.
I could tell there was definitely a lot of, like, speeding up of the film, right? There was a little bit of that.
Mm-hmm.
But tell me more.
So there were multiple things that happened with this, and so it's actually wonderfully edited together. So a lot of it was like filmed, yes, like on a carousel, and then it was sped up. But the crashing aspect and everything, it was a miniature version. So they did a miniature that they blew up, and then they projected it on a screen behind the crowd of people.
Oh.
But it's cut very well. It's that you can't tell it is like a screen behind them. But then they did actually make a set where they did destroy and actually blow up a carousel. There just weren't, of course, people on it. But the part with the worker underneath was a real carnival worker who literally did climb under a moving carousel. And that was like, you can't even call that a practical effect. It was a real stunt that happened. And that one of the guys was like, yeah, I'll do it. So you have Hitchcock talking about, you know, well, I hope this turns out okay, because if not, that's going to be more than just a movie problem.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Huh.
But it's just really interesting. Yeah, there was a lot of things involved in how they happened, but it's really well put together. And it definitely is a very unforgettable moment for sure in cinema history.
That whole ending, like, I was so, like, attached to the screen. Like, once the carousel, like, once the guy got shot, basically. And I was like, you did what? And then I was, like, staring at that screen. I was like, oh my god. It was just, like, a moment after a moment. Like, holy crap.
Yes.
It's just, like, the shitstorm just keeps getting worse, like, second by second.
Oh my gosh, yes. Another thing that was interesting too about this movie is that, so this is another one of Hitchcock's movies that is based on a book. And so this book was written by Patricia Highsmith, who quite a few of her books have been turned into pretty well-known movies. Some of those include The Talented Mr. Ripley and Carol among them. So
really?
Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But when this movie was in production, Hitchcock was trying to find a good screenwriter to attach their name to it, to kind of be like, oh, look at this, you know, big person I have in this film. Everybody should go see this. Well, a lot of people were not interested in it because Patricia Highsmith was such a new author. And they were like, oh, we don't want to take on a work of somebody, you know, is that? And I'm like, okay, John Steinbeck, who said no to writing the screenplay to this.
Oh no!
Yeah, so there's
Not
quite
John
a few.
Steinbeck.
Yeah, there were quite a few like high profile like authors and screenwriters at the time who didn't take it up until one guy was like, "Oh yeah, I guess I'll work on it." And then he got like into a big argument, like he just creatively clashed with Hitchcock. So then Hitchcock like reached out to another person and they're like, "I'm busy, but my assistant can help you on this." And which was also cool because it was a female assistant. So we basically had like another woman writer, which is also, Hitchcock's wife worked on all of his movies as well. But then we also just, add another writer into the mix who's female. And that kind of was how that came to be with this movie.
Well, I think like the women in the movie were used really well.
Yeah.
Like at the beginning, you have Anne, you get introduced to Anne and Barbara, who are very like, especially Anne is very like just refined and chill. But, there's some scenes we skipped over that show like later in the movie that show Anne, who kind of, she's very perceptive. She's watching people.
Yes.
She notices Bruno really fast. Like, this man has come up to you like twice in public. Like, do you not know him or do you know him? And guy's like, and he's like honest with her. He tells her.
Yeah.
And she's just like, first up, that's cray cray. Secondly, like, what are you going to do? What are we going to do? Like, we've got to get rid of him. He is not, but in the scene where she goes to talk to Bruno's mom.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Oh my, I was legit like, girl, get out of there. You crazy. Yeah. And then his mom is very just like, I just don't believe this. This doesn't seem right. I know he has the troubles, but like, no, he would never do this. And just like, she just dismisses it. And then Bruno walks in and Anna's just like, oh shit.
Yeah. I'm done for. Yeah.
And he's just like toying with her. Oh my God. And then there's the party.
Yes.
Like the senator's party, where Bruno shows up again to pester a guy about this, but he becomes like the life of the party. People are like, who is that man? Like, oh, he's so like this and that. And he like buddies up to people.
And he buddies up to those older ladies.
Oh my God.
That
and they're all...
also an incredible scene. That is wild.
Yeah, he makes like BFFs with these like super old ladies, like people's like wives and stuff, and they start talking about, he pulls them into a conversation about murder. Well, like if you had to kill somebody, how would you do it? And they're like, oh my goodness, maybe I would do this. And he's just like, no, try something else.
Yeah.
And like,
no,
well,
girl,
maybe poison. Yeah, she's like, no, like I need better ideas. Come on.
We need something faster, guys. We don't need to be waiting months. Like, I know you're sick of your husband, right? And their women are like, oh, tee-hee.
Oh,
no,
tee-hee.
of course not. Yeah.
Like the tee-hees were real in that situation. Oh my God.
Yeah. And then he goes, you know what? Can I show you?
Yes. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
And he basically he like in the middle of this room goes to like choke this old lady out. It's like, I'll show you like how like I would totally do this. To where it's silent and like nobody would ever know. But like when he starts to, he's like, now you tell me, like, and she's like, okay. And yeah, he starts to do it, but then he sees Barbara across the room and he like goes into like a trance because she's physically very similar to Miriam. So he kind of is going back to like that moment where he kills Miriam and he's like accidentally like actively killing the old lady.
Yeah.
As like him and Barbara have this really intense like stare off because she's like freaking out, which valid. Like watching this man like murder this old lady.
Well, and then you also have the weirdest conversation after that where Barbara's kind of like, I think he's the killer. He was looking at me like he was trying to kill me.
I think he was trying to kill me. Like he was looking at me like imagining, which at first, you're just like, Barbara, calm down. But I think she was actually being pretty legit. Yeah. And she talks to Anne about it and Anna's just like, I have to like intercede. I have to get involved. Yeah. And that's when I think she goes to like talk to Bruno's mom. But that party scene, that was a good scene. Yeah. Also, I realized too, while watching this movie, I kind of mentioned something to Amy because I was like, they're kind of giving vibes like Bruno and his mom are giving vibes like they're distant relatives of Norman Bates. Ooh. I'm like, they're either like some there's a lot of, weird, eerie similarities of how they approach life and how they have a relationship and stuff, which, wow. But I'd say that we both enjoyed this movie. This was definitely a wild, exciting Hitchcock film.
Do you have any other thoughts about this one? Anything we missed talking about?
I don't think so. I think if you've never seen a Hitchcock film, I think this is a really good starting place. Because some other Hitchcock films, while they're really good, there's just a lot of like slowness, intentional like slowness and stuff to the plot and stuff. But this one I think moved, compared to a lot of the others, have moved a lot faster.
I can see that, yeah.
And it gives you a lot to think about, like, after most of the scenes, you know? You can be watching and then, like, reflecting about what you just saw. So, yeah.
For sure. So, listeners, let us know if you've seen this movie or if you are going to check this one out now. But I think that'll do it for this episode.
And that's it for another episode of Podcast Demastered.
If you enjoyed hanging out with us today, don't forget to follow and subscribe, leave us a review, and tell a friend.
If you have an episode idea, send us an email at demasteredpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Blue Sky, and Facebook at Pod Demastered.
Thanks for listening, and tune in for the next time we demaster our favorite things on Podcast Demastered.